WW. We have your star artist, J.K. Woodward, here.
Oh. They are treating me very well. They don't smell at all. They're all very charming.
If you ever want to see him again, we suggest you send a bunch of free comics to P.O. Box 322, Brooklyn. Hi, guys. So, just forget everything happened.
Yeah.
All right. So what are we gonna cover? Do we hand me that?
Meh.
It's everybody.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pete's Basement. J.K. Woodward joins us here to talk about some Fallen Angels. We got a lot of great questions from the fans on Facebook, which we're going to get to in a little bit. I also want to tell you guys that Stan Lee officially has over 100,000 followers on Twitter. That's pretty friggin' awesome. Stan Lee is the man and always will be the man. What was that thing? Paradise? What is that exactly?
Yeah, he's nation building now. So yeah, he finally has a name for his nation. Now he has 100,000, and it's called Paradise.
He thinks he's Dr. Doom now. He's going to take over the world of comic geeks. Yeah,
Generalissimo is what he refers to.
That's pretty scary.
Screaming towards 90. So you know.
And we're all going to help him take over the world. He's finally going to do it. What people don't understand is comic book fans are legion. We're everywhere.
Yeah, we're deep.
We're in places that you don't even know. I've even found 2 or 3 of us at my job, and it's just like we can smell each other. It's like
we're all around
here. Part of the sanitation? Well, can you? Yeah, sure.
That's so cool.
Well, that's right.
Oh, gross.
Okay, you gonna drink that now?
So, what's up with you? What's going on? What's up with Fallen Angel?
Well, we
up with Fallen Angel.
I just got it.
We recently got greenlit for another miniseries.
Okay.
Last one we did was Reborn. It had the Illyria crossover, and that was almost a year ago, or it might have been a year ago. I'm not sure.
That you were on for the 100th episode right around that time.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, hard to believe that's a year ago.
Yeah, time flies when you're drinking.
It does. I was pretty bummed that night.
That
Check that out in the archives if you haven't seen it, guys. The Pete's Basement 100th episode.
Oh, the Jameson trivia.
Oh, yeah, the Jameson trivia questions.
We
get shit on wrong.
No, it degraded to the point where we're just drawing tits. What's your answer? Okay, he drew some tits.
Speaking of which, what did it say? Congratulations to Cheeseburger and Mrs. Cheeseburger.
And Mrs. Cheeseburger, they got married yesterday, the 5th of November.
Now they were happy.
Remember the 5th of November. So congratulations to Pete and Amy. Nicely done.
Aww.
Especially for him. I was telling him, marry that girl now.
Fast.
Before she comes to her senses.
Yeah.
Shit. You're a geek, man. She's hot, you're a geek. That doesn't happen often.
Never works well.
I hear he got her really drunk and then hit her with a little ball-peen hammer and dragged her off to City Hall.
Whatever works.
Yeah?
Pete married.
So what do you got there?
Okay, I brought some sample stuff from the new miniseries. It's called Return of the Sun. It's in previews now, and it comes out in January, and this is cover B.
Nice cityscape of London, I assume that is, right?
No, that's Bete Noir. But,
where's that?
Bete Noir is the city in Fallen Angel.
Okay.
The fictional city. Kind of,
I saw the clock tower. I thought it might have been Big Ben.
Yeah. Well, I have a combination of sort of like Louisiana and Gothic architecture.
Okay.
So that's kind of what I'm going for. But let's show the world. Wait, there we are. This is that's the B cover, I believe. That's the one you get when you order 10 copies or whatever.
Okay.
And then the main cover. This is, I'll hold it back so you guys can see it too.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, this was, in a way, Fallen Angel had its roots at DC Comics after he did Supergirl, and it was sort of, he was taking what he wanted to do with that character and made his own character. Mm. So I did kind of a Supergirl cover. If I was going to do a Supergirl cover, this is what it would look like. And
that's how Supergirl should be. But no, she's not. That's why I dropped the bitch.
You do really awesome hair, dude. From an artist standpoint, that's good.
Yeah,
that's really great.
Hair's easy.
You think so? I always found hair to be a fucking pain in the ass. Especially to get it believable around the scalp area.
Well, what you do is you do all the shadows and sheen first, and then you go over with like a small brush and just do like a little white highlights every once in a while.
I never find anything believable around the scalp area.
And this is actually, and I'll get the files of the action, but at NYCC, and we'll talk more about that later. At New York Comic Con, we had a fan come up dressed as Fallen Angel. It was like the best Fallen Angel costume I've ever seen in my life.
That's awesome.
So we took a picture of her, and I used her as the photo reference for this. And this is the cover of issue 3.
You might want to deny it.
Did you get her name?
Huh?
Or number or anything?
Yeah, I got her email.
Address,
I
something?
can't seem to get through to her. We told her we're going to use her. We're going to put her picture on the inside cover of issue 3 when it comes out.
I mean, you see the amount of weapons we have here. We can very easily get a hold of her and keep that hold.
Maybe she went right back to prison.
That's where I was aiming to go afterward, but I'm comfortable with that.
And here's some. I'm doing something a little bit different with the artwork.
Okay.
I'm still doing the painted stuff, and this is the black and white original. I think that's like page 2 or something. Car chase scene.
So now, this is the original. Illustrated, I guess you inked over the pen mark?
Well, here's what I do is I do the painting, and then I light table the painting, which is hard sometimes because if you have white gouache is kind of opaque.
Right.
So it's
what does that mean, light table?
You put it on the table with a light bulb underneath.
I take this thinner paper and I trace over it.
Light box?
And do the ink.
Yeah.
Light box. And then I do these inks.
Oh, this is what's called.
So the painting came first before the ink paint.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I was going to ask you. I figured this was penciled in, and then you inked it, and then you redid it from a light box and then painted it. So I had
That's
it totally
exactly right,
backwards.
except the other way around.
Yeah, I had it totally backwards.
And then what I do is I take this as a multiply layer and put it over this, colorize the painted part, and then I have the inks over that, and then composite it in Photoshop. And then it looks like exactly what I'm going to show you when I send you the file.
That's a cool
But
idea.
there's some more pages. Same thing. I don't. There's some scenes I don't feel need the ink. But there's another page.
So I guess the scenes with the more detail, like facial scenes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some great shit.
Yeah. Some nice rolls.
And then the inks on that.
That right here.
That's awesome.
Chase scene. Are part of the same chase scene where they drive to say it's.
How many issues is this miniseries going to be?
It's 4 issues. I think it's written by Peter David. I from what I understand, he said it was going to be 4 issues.
Okay.
Do you ever
mobster scene?
Do you ever get direction on where to place things, or it's all up to you how you want?
Not unless it's a specific reason. It's a standard comic script. Full script was what he does. But I mean, if he mentions something like there's a lamp in the background, then that's going to come up later. There's a reason.
Right. Okay.
Every once in a while, he'll say low shot, high shot, something like that, if he wants a certain camera angle. But generally,
something like this.
Right.
Is that ever? That's just you, right? He never would say to direct you into doing something like this.
Actually, it's funny you mentioned these 3 panels. Peter does a lot of these static shots for comedy. And he did describe it this way. He described it as we're showing this here. Where the guy, he likes these animated scenes sometimes, and it works for comic effects. So I keep the angle the same, so it reinforces it when the hand comes in with the lighter.
Good,
yeah. Okay. And then with the big reveal, I try to do either a really low shot that's kind of dramatic with a large perspective, or a high shot or whatever. And this page I was dreading when I read it on the script because it was a big crowd scene.
I was about to say, that's an awesome panel right there with the whole club lighting and everybody's in a silhouette. That came out really well.
And I'm actually I'm doing freelance work with Frost Lighting, so I'm doing a lot of lighting work, so that kind of came in handy when I was doing this.